Hello everybody, today I'm going to do a video recapping active and passive voice. So we usually use the active voice when we speak. So for example, the dog barked at the postman. The subject performs an action to someone or something. So in this case, the dog is performing the action. He or she is barking at the postman. This sentence. The new teacher introduced exciting games to the class. Again, this is also active because the subject is doing the action. So the new teacher is the subject, they're introducing something, that is the action. Okay? In the passive voice, though, we change this around so that the recipient has something done to it by the agent. So it's almost like it's the wrong way round. So for example, the postman was barked at by the dog. Who or what is the subject now? It's the postman. The verb this time was barked at. To whom? Well, by the dog. It's almost like it's written the wrong way round when we use passive voice. Let's look at another one. The pushchair was pushed by the mother. Again, this is a passive sentence because the subject is now an object, which is the pushchair. Okay. So you might have noticed I've had pictures of zombies on the screen and I had it on my title page. Why? Well, zombies help us identify if a sentence is written in the active or passive voice. So if you're ever unsure if a sentence is active or passive, try adding the words by zombies to the end of the sentence. If the zombies are performing the action of the sentence, then it is written in the passive voice. So for example, the child was chased by zombies. Does that make sense? Oh yes, it does. So are the zombies doing the chasing? Yes, they are. So this sentence is a passive sentence. Okay. So let's try this together. So in these examples, I want you to try and help me decide whether it is an active voice or the passive voice. At the bottom of at the end of each sentence, I've put by zombies just to help us remember that tip. So the game was played by zombies. Does that make sense? Yes, it does. The game was played by zombies, which means it has to be passive. The treat was hidden by zombies. Does that make sense? Again, yes, it does. So it has to be a passive sentence. Players ran onto the field by zombies. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't. So it has to be an active sentence. Jose wrote a letter to his grandma by zombies. Yeah, you know, you've guessed it. That doesn't make sense. It has to be an active sentence. Sarah was praised by zombies. Yeah, that makes sense. It has to be passive. So just a quick recap. By adding by zombies to the end of a sentence, we know it's a passive sentence. And if by zombies at the end of a sentence doesn't work, it's active. Remember, with active, that's normally how we speak. Players ran onto the field. If we look at that examples, player is the subject, ran is the verb. Subject, then verb. So that is how we can remember the difference between passive and active. Okay, so this time we're going to change these passive sentences back into active sentences. So the girl was chased by the dogs. Well, we know that's passive because we can replace the dogs with by zombies. The girl was chased by zombies. Okay, so we know it's definitely passive. So let's make it back into an active sentence, so how we normally would speak. See if you can have a go. Let's show you what I've come up with. So I've said, the dogs chase the girl. Okay, that would be in the active voice. His leg was broken by the long fall. Here's a tip, try and make it the other way round. Okay, so it becomes the long fall broke his leg. Okay, the house was vacuumed by the dad. Again, change the sentence so it's the other way round to help you. The dad vacuumed the house would be the active sentence. The speeder was given a ticket by the police officer. Remember, if we get rid of the police officer, we can change it to zombies. The speeder was given a ticket by zombies. So it's passive. To make this active, you need to make it the other way around. So we've got the police officer gave the speeder a ticket. So the police officer is the subject, gave is the verb, and to whom the speeder a ticket. So that's how we normally speak. The boy was given a birthday card by his friends becomes the friends gave a birthday card to the boy. So the reason I'm doing this video is because at the end of this week you are going to be writing newspaper reports on the film footage that you've been looking at. Now, passive verb and passive voice, they're used because they're more formal and they're more impersonal. So they're often used in things like reports of crimes, newspaper reports, scientific writing, announcements, notices. Okay, they're far more formal and impersonal than active voice. So I'd like you to really try hard to try and include some passive voice in your newspaper reports this week. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some more links to some really, really good videos, some of which we have used in class before, also on active and passive voice, because I think this is one of the trickiest things we can learn in Year 6 in our grammar. So it's always good, if you're a little bit unsure, to look at a few more examples from other people's videos. Okay, so I can't wait to read some of your newspaper reports. Have a lovely day. Goodbye.